A dad caught his daughter getting it on in her car, and his retribution was completely crushing. When Mike Card found out that his daughter Ashlyn had been fooling around in her car, he was livid. As a result, he made sure that the boy she'd been with would never step foot in his daughter's vehicle again. And to hammer his point home, the angry dad made sure that his retribution was totally crushing. Ashlyn is a single mom from Young Harris, Georgia, and judging by her Facebook page, she has a thing for fast cars. With that in mind, she was likely overjoyed when she purchased an Audi A4 from her brother, Kaler. Audi began making A4s in 1994. Since then, the vehicle has become one of the German car manufacturer's most popular sellers. And the most recent iterations of the A4, the company has claimed, are spacious, efficient, lavish, and technologically up-to-date. Meanwhile, according to the Audi website, a brand new A4 sedan will set you back at least $36,000. And while the model that Ashlyn owned was reportedly worth around $13,000, it was still a fairly expensive car. But the vehicle's hefty price tag meant nothing when Ashlyn did something to upset her father. According to a comment from her brother Kaler on Facebook, the young mom had aggravated Mike after she allowed someone in the car that shouldn't have been. Further Facebook remarks made it appear that Mike had found Ashlyn entertaining a gentleman inside her Audi. And judging by his latest actions, the disgruntled father seemingly wasn't happy with this state of affairs. So Mike clearly decided that he had to do something. In particular, the father wanted to show Ashlyn how serious he was about her not mixing with such characters. And in order to make that point clear, he turned his sights on her car. To cement his stance even further, Mike, with the help of his son, made his punishment public. In 2016, Kaler uploaded a video to his Facebook page with the caption, "When a dad has to prove a point, #DaddyNotHappy." The clip opens with Ashlyn's car parked up on some land and looking magnificent. However, the vehicle is about to meet a sorry end, as from behind the Audi emerges a man, presumably Mike, in a digger. And without warning, he proceeds to slam his machinery into the car. Not content with roughing the vehicle up, the digger driver then proceeds to flip the car onto its roof. Then he drags the car back onto its side and eventually knocks it upside down once more, this time rendering the Audi completely useless. By this point, the car's side windows are smashed in and a side mirror is hanging off. However, the driver isn't finished just yet. Indeed, he continues his digger rampage until the vehicle is utterly destroyed. Before long, the roof is completely buckled and bits of the car's body litter the ground. Then, towards the end of Kaler's video, the digger user proceeds to roll Ashlyn's car over and over until it resembles nothing more than a crushed tin can. And when the man's done, he rams the unrecognizable Audi into some shrubs before driving away. However, it soon emerged that the Audi wasn't left there. Indeed, a second video posted to Kaler's Facebook page in 2016 shows the vehicle being smashed up further. This time, though, the digger driver keeps going until the car is completely flattened. Needless to say then, he'd put a stop to Ashlyn's in-car antics. And unsurprisingly, the car destruction video certainly caught people's attention on Facebook. Between them, the two clips have garnered over 500,000 views to date, in fact. But while the footage is undoubtedly mesmerizing, it's nevertheless served to divide its audience. After learning about Ashlyn's misdemeanor, many parents congratulated Mike on his tough stance. "Must have done something real bad for Daddy to destroy his own car and lose money," wrote one person. "The poor person in me screams, 'You could have sold it,' but the parent in me says, 'Go Dad.'" Other users thought that Mike's stunt was a gigantic waste of money, however. "I think I could have come up with a punishment that wasn't quite so costly. This is nuts," one posted. Meanwhile, another individual added, "That's crazy. That was a pretty car unless you got money to burn." And it eventually became evident that Mike had a reputation for having a fiery disposition. "I've seen that temper a few times back in the good old days," an old friend wrote. "Good for him. Pat him on the back for me and tell him I'm glad he got to relieve some stress." Another acquaintance added, "All these people saying that it's a little much obviously don't know Mike. LOL. Damn the stories I could tell. Good times. When Mike says something, he means it and will do whatever it takes to prove the point." As the furor around the video continued, though, Mike's wife and Ashlyn's mom, Missy, chimed in to defend her husband. "Everyone can have their opinion, but there's no amount of money or car that can amount to the love that Mike has for his daughter," she wrote. "You can't put a price tag on that." Fast forward to 2 years after the destruction of the Audi, however, and it seemed that all was good between Ashlyn and her dad. According to her Facebook page, she was single, and Mike had made up for trashing her car by treating her to another, equally impressive set of wheels.